My name is Calliope, daughter of the sky god Zeus, and muse of much renown. Sit here, at my perfumed feet, as my poem unfolds before you, an epic that springs from the depths of the sea and finds its end upon strange shores. For this is your story, the story of Argonus, son of Argus the shipbuilder and friend to Jason the hero. Our tale begins like many a sailor's story before it, with tragedy and a lilting song that carries from one dark wave to the next. Awaken. Book 1. The Blight. A frozen scream is etched upon the face of bewitched Typhus, helmsman of the Argo. Never again shall he foretell the rising of black waves. This owl seems unaware of its preternatural perch, and unconcerned with the plight of a shipwrecked sailor. Acastus, the son of King Peleus and a lifelong consort, reaches in vain, his sun-baked flesh now that of ashen stone. This statue, if it could be called thus, is that of Hylas, a man whose hands brought ore to water not but a day ago. 'Tis the faithful Argo, her weathered hull rent, her stalwart crew scattered, dead or lost to the endless sea. A faint melody can be heard as the sea wind blows past her figurehead. No craftsman could sculpt a child so lifelike, nor create that which now stands lifeless. The death that haunts this isle did not spare even a child from its sorcerous wrath. Abundant with boughs of leaves, this mosaic appears to be made of limestone, and thus surprisingly light. Abundant with boughs of leaves, this mosaic appears to be made of limestone, and thus surprisingly light. Light glints off this strange carved stone, half buried in the sand. Her planks broken and her floorboards shattered, this skiff offers naught but harbour to small fish. The water that flows from these rocks would keep even the most stalwart from discerning what lies beyond. This wild sheep appears interested in nothing more than the grasses that grow upon this beach. This splintered plank is no doubt a victim of the sharp rocks that encircle this isle. "'Tis but a single plank, no doubt from a sunken ship. Driftwood or not, this length of wood may yet serve a purpose. Cracked and splintered, this wooden plank will serve a vessel no more. This statue would appear newly struck, as the salt of the sea has yet to assail its stone. This hound was not spared the fate that befell the other inhabitants of this isle. 'Tis naught but a fisherman's net, set so the west winds can reach its sodden threads. This rotten timber is too small to be a yard for the mast. While man may have birthed this massive sculpture from the isle's bedrock, deep waters now embrace it as their own. Whether spooked or merely provoked, the stallion launches itself from the cliffside before mighty wings carry it far above the awestruck sailor below. Nearly 200 men high, the massive bronze soldier stands silent, enthralled by the euphonious song rising from below. Though salty mists shroud their form, there is no denying the women upon the rocks. For even from here, the lure of the siren's song is strong. This statue is of Minos, the king of Crete and son of Zeus and Europa. A semblance of Pasiphae, the immortal daughter of the sun god Helios, guards the entrance into this mountain. Massive stone doors are cradled by the sheer cliff face. This wild sheep appears interested in nothing more than the grasses that grow upon this beach. What value could this length of driftwood offer a weary sailor? "'Tis Palamonius, son of Olenane Lernus, whose bodily frame and valor no man could match. An unseen hand forces Argonus from his feet and into a dense thicket skirting the stone path. A soothing voice murmurs in his ear as the sailor witnesses the passage of things only spoken of in tall tales, and even then, in whispers. "Be quiet for but a moment," the voice counsels. Once the otherworldly creatures fade from sight, Argonus pulls himself from the dust and gazes skyward. Before him, held aloft, is a handsome woman, replete with glory and power. "How many times must fair Athena save one man?" the immortal asks, her head tilted with uncommon grace, her eyes soft. Before words can form on Argonus's lips, she continues. "'Tis not a query to be answered so readily, sailor of the Argo. Shadows gather," she says. "There is a blight upon this isle. Have you not seen its handiwork? The flesh of your companions no longer flesh. Their bones, that of the earth." The woman's eyes drop. "I fear my own hand may have set these dire events into motion. For this, I will make amends. But know well, many of your brethren yet live, for I have seen them with my own eyes. Find them, Argonus of Crete, and as I did for your father before you, I shall provide a boat and passage from this isle. You have the word of fair Athena." Not a heartbeat later, the goddess is gone, and breath gladly returns to the sailor's lungs. The statue is certainly that of the hero, Oileus, peerless in courage and strong in spirit. 'Tis Phalurus of the Ashen Spear. His father, great Alcon, shall never again welcome home his prodigal son. No doubt struck by the hand of an Argonaut, the head of the Hydra lies lifeless, its flesh still warm to the touch. Hail, strong Erobotes, the son of Iris, skilled in the seer's art of seeing between the mortal coil and the dark veil beyond. Paul Canthus, son of Abas. Never was there a sailor more eager to quest or raise weapons against a common foe. It is said that he was granted an enchanted weapon from Ares himself. Calais was a welcome comrade, and could fashion ships to make trial of the seas with heavy oars. Taenarus has lost a great son in Euphemus. He was the most swift-footed of men, and was wont to skim the swell of endless seas. 'Tis the visage of strong Asterius, son of Hipparasius, who stood 200 of men against the Gagenes on the land of the Doliones. If not for its stone plight, this Methosian Hydra is like the one said to have been brought low by Heracles during his 12 labors. This wayfarer's spear is both a formidable weapon and a sailor's crutch. One can become extremely ill, consuming the berries from this black nightshade. Small ticks, like droplets of water, emanate from within this stone pedestal. The stone drops neatly into the groove, and the great eye slowly moves, revealing a hidden passageway. An intricate carving of a fish betrays which god inhabits the temple beyond. This carving is assuredly the work of a master craftsman. This woman was no doubt on her way to pay tribute within the temple. Her last moments of horror remain etched upon her face. Ancient tome in hand, this priest was caught unawares and is now made of the same stone as the carved god behind him. While this woman was surely an attendant of the temple, she shall never again set evening lamps alight. Even the pious have not been spared the bewitchment that has befallen this isle. This vase, portraying Poseidon and a merhorse, may have once held water or oil. At the moment, however, it holds neither. Colorful tiles create an exquisite depiction of the sea god ruling his realm. Unlike the unearthly statuary that inhabit this isle, this towering statue of Poseidon shows the workmanship of a master sculptor's hand. This stone is bereft of markings, offering no explanation for the small depression set into its surface. While the tip of this spear may no longer be fit for battle, it may still serve another purpose, albeit one more pedestrian. This stone is bereft of markings, offering no explanation for the small depression set into its surface. The yellow light it emits is curious. Painstakingly carved by the pious, reliefs such as this can be found in any temple from here to Lurcia. The snow-white owl is beautiful and strangely comforting as well.